Without the warrior ethos, without integrity, honor, and alignment, you may look strong, but you're dangerously weak. Welcome to the Warrior Mind Podcast. I'm Greg Swanson. This is episode 739. Today we're going to be looking at the warrior ethos. That's the hidden code that makes you unstoppable. So let's talk about ethos. I've done a couple of podcasts on a code of honor and a code to live by, and that's what an ethos is it's a code that we live by, or that the warriors live by. In this particular case, the conscious warrior. So the warrior ethos is just not an old phrase, pulled from history books. It's the guiding compass of modern performance. And again, these rules that we live by, not people put on us or society, but these are self-imposed rules of virtue and values and beliefs that we adhere to. And so warriors throughout history, from Spartans to samurai, live by an internal code that prioritized discipline, integrity, and service over comfort. And we look at us today, many of us prioritize comfort, leave me alone, don't bother me, over discipline. Oh, I can't make it to the gym today, over integrity. Geez, is that what I said? I didn't mean it that way. Right? And so as we individuals become stronger in our life, our society will become stronger. But if we as individuals become and stay weak, our society will be weak. So it's up to us conscious warriors to develop and live by this ethos. Today, a conscious warrior carries that same ethos into business, leadership, and personal life, right? Because wherever you go, you take this code with you. So whether it's business, the code may change a little bit, and most likely not, because integrity is the same in business and leadership and personal life. But we want to make sure that we identify those so we take those, we can live by them in those different realms of our life. We want to look at integrity as a weapon, right? Because really, we are really become very, very soft and out of alignment with integrity, right? And so integrity is consistency of word and action. Say what you're going to do and do what you say you're going to do, right? It's when we go, oh, I'll do that, and then we call up and change plans and make stories up, and oh, I'm not going to go, I'm not going to do this. It's too late. That's out of integrity. If you say you're going to go to the gym and you don't, you're out of integrity with yourself. And if you're going to be out of integrity with yourself, you'll most likely be out of integrity with others, because how you do anything is a reflection of how you do everything. And so we want to, when we use integrity as a weapon, it builds trust, inner certainty, and confidence. I mean, think about it. When you say you're going to be someplace, or say something, you're going to do something, and you do it, that other person or people have confidence in you. They trust you. And then you have that inner certainty that no matter what I say, I'm going to do it. So you better be careful what you say, first of all, right? Don't commit to things that you can't. And there's no more, I'll see, I'll try. That's just an easy way to back out of it. It's either yes or no. Either you say you're going to do something or you're not. If you say it, you do it. If not, that's okay too. That's being within integrity. But make sure that whichever way you go, that's what you do, not this wussy ass, oh, I'll see, I'll give it a try. Oh yeah, I'll meet you unless something else comes up. That's all BS stuff. That's soft living. We want to have this disciplined living. Without integrity, performance collapses, whether it's performance in the gym, performance at work, wherever it is. It's without integrity, we have loosey-goosey ways of going through the day, and there's no discipline, there's no definition of the direction we take. And so without it, our performance collapses. And then we wonder why we get laid off, or why we don't get the raise, or why we don't get the promotion. Because you don't have integrity. You can't be trusted. So honor and alignment is another one of these ethos, right? And honor is living by your values even under pressure. So if you have a value that family comes before business, and then you're asked to attend a client meeting or a business meeting in the evening, and that's the same time your kids' little league soccer or football game is, your values say you show up there and you do that. Even if you get pressured, oh, you got to come here, you got to come here, you got to come here, you do that. And this is a really tough one at times, especially with business and customers, because we tend to put our customers before our own values. And it's tough to live that way. But when we can honor our values, even under pressure, that's alignment. The challenge is many of us don't know our values. So we'll say yes to things that are nice and no to things that aren't without even thinking about our values. And one of the things I do with my clients is we go through a values elicitation to see what their top values are. Now, we have values in our life in general, but we also have values in a career and in relationships. And so we want to take a look at all those values and make sure we are living in accordance with those values. Inner alignment creates unstoppable clarity. When we live with our values, we know exactly how we're going to respond in any given situation. Either we are aligned with our values or are not. And this may sound very, very strict, but let me tell you, the opposite is happening. Nobody knows what their values are. They're wavering all over the place. They're getting less than adequate results. They're having unsatisfied life. They're feeling empty. They're feeling lost. They're feeling like, what the heck's happening? It's all because of, not all, majority of it's because of not living with honor and alignment according to their values. The samurai and modern leaders, they had these values that they live by. This is where that code of honor comes in. Bushido, the knights had a code of honor. There are so many groups and civilizations that had these codes of honor that they would live by. And if they were out of it, they would know it. No, there doesn't have to be anybody around, but you know what your code of honor is and you know what your ethos is. And when you break it, nobody has to tell you because you feel it. And this is where we want to start to look at the ancient or the the other ethos. Again, the samurai, the knights, and even some modern leaders, the seals. So then we talk and look at this conscious warrior path, and it's self-awareness plus discipline plus resilience. So that self-awareness is, you're making this decision. You're making a decision based on your values and beliefs. You know that it's the right thing to do. You have the discipline to see it through. And when things get tough, you have the resilience to continue. But that self-awareness is absolutely key, because when we are about to make a decision that goes against our values, we feel it. But if we're not aware, we're going to bury it. We're not going to be aware of it, and we'll take some actions. And then when it backfires on us, we'll tend to blame somebody else when we knew we shouldn't have taken that action in the first place. So we have this awareness of what we want to do, the discipline to start it, and the resilience to keep going. We want to start with a daily alignment practice. This is where I've talked about in other podcasts about this ideal day, right? Where you have your AM, PM, work, and sleep ritual. Not We don't have a daily routine. We have a daily ritual. A ritual is we are self-aware of what we're doing. A routine is we're not aware of it. We just do it haphazardly. So we want to start our daily alignment practice, basically a ritual. We want to replace comfort with challenge. We want to start the day off challenging ourselves, not to a point of complete exhaustion where we're garbage for the rest of the day, but we want to, it's comfortable in bed. It's this, let me just wait till I get my coffee, wait till I do this, wait till I check my emails, wait till I do that. No, get up, have your water, go to the gym, go for a run, go for a hike, do some yoga, do something, do some journaling, prayer, meditation, something. But we want that comfort with challenge. And so here's some of the benefits. Like, why should I do this? What's me? So what? Well, you develop unshakable confidence. Confidence that take you so much further in life and at work when you have this ethos because you're grounded in your values and nobody can disturb you. You're like a solid oak tree, securely planted in the ground that no matter what storm comes around, you're going to stand up for it. And it's respected leadership. When you do what you say and say what you do, then people will follow you. You don't have to tell them you are a leader or you are their leader. They will know you're a leader by how you live your life, by living it within integrity. And there's plenty of examples of quote leaders, I put it in quotes, today that do not live within integrity. And you can tell, and there's very few people following those individuals because they say one thing and then they get caught by the news or something else and they do something else. That's not what we want to do. We want to develop this conscious warrior ethos to live every day in integrity. And you have the ability to thrive under pressure. When you develop this code of honor, when you develop this ethos, you know what you're going to do ahead of any circumstance. So the circumstance comes there, you can thrive through that stress and make it through the other side. If you don't know your values, if you don't know your code of honor, you're going to hit some stressful times and you're going to collapse and back away and move on. And that's not what leaders do. You know, dangerous is the best way, right? Grounded, powerful, unmovable. That's who you will become. You'll be dangerous. You'll be the most dangerous person in the room because you will be grounded. You'll be powerful and you'll be unmovable because you have embraced your warrior ethos and you are living it every single day. So here's some final thoughts on this, right? The warrior ethos is more than a philosophy. It's a performance system rooted in virtues. Integrity multiplies your strength, right? So when you embrace integrity, you become stronger physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Honor anchors your decisions. When you say you're going to do something, you anchor it in your honor, your word. You can be trusted. You know, alignment ensures your energy is pure power. When you are in alignment, when you are in alignment with your values, your virtues, your beliefs, you have unstoppable power. Embody the warrior ethos doesn't make you a better man. It makes you an unstoppable one. The question is, will you live by this code or let the world dictate your path? I say step into your warrior ethos today. If you want to see the show notes on this podcast, you can visit warriormindcoach.com. While you're over there, you can find some more useful information in the form of other podcasts and blog posts. Also, while you're there, you'll see how to request your power strategy call. Since you'll be on the internet, please follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, all under Warrior Mind Coach.